this is what the bottom of the barrel looks like.
This is the catastrophe. That's because it's funny because that's the name of the episode.
You see? We did the thing with the name on
Whoa.
it. Hey there, everybody. I'm Max.
I'm Kitty.
And we are Dango
Duo. Scratching the literal bottom of the anime barrel of Winter Anime 2018.
Yep, there isn't much left.
There is not much left that we have not covered.
Yeah, we're gonna have to start beating horses and trying to get blood out of rocks.
Yeah.
And whatever other metaphors you would prefer. Hey there! We do anime content and Let's Play stuffs every single day, and today we are reacting to episode 1 of Death March to a Parallel World Rhapsody!
Do we need to change the game?
Oh, no, it's fine.
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
This is the same game that I always use for the microphone.
Just making sure.
Anyway,
this is the catastrophe that started with the Death March.
In case you're unfamiliar with our anime content, it usually goes a little bit like this. We tell you a quick spoiler-less summary of what happened in this episode and what it was all about. We tell you what we liked, what we didn't like, our recommendation, and then we jump into the spoiler zone where we bring our subjects and... We did write subjects, right?
Oh, yes.
Jesus. That was...
Literally cannot remember.
It was such a harrowing experience that I was like, oh god, did we even finish writing notes?
Did we? Barely.
Barely. And then we jump into the spoilers, and I don't spoil everything. If you want to watch this anime, it's in the description down below. Link to Crunchyroll. Best time to be a weeb. You know the dealio. Let's dive right in. Kitty.
What's this about?
What's this all about, Kitty?
Fucking forget.
It's based on a light novel series.
Yeah, it's based on a light novel.
A game developer.
Its genres are fantasy and harem.
Crunches his way into an anime harem inside of a fantasy world or a game world.
Fantasy?
The anime doesn't actually care to explain.
No, it doesn't give a shit. And meets girls along the way.
This first episode deals with about approximately 12 minutes of nothing happening, and then he just ends up in the magical world.
Of setup, question mark? Except it never pays...
Is it setup if it's not interesting at all?
Yeah.
Hey there.
Except for, that mom's hot.
Kitty, we're showing our biases.
Good.
Hey there. So, Kitty, what did you like the most about this first episode?
I like that our protagonist is not a high school boy, but we'll get to why that's a bad thing.
In a second.
In a minute, but he's actually 29. That's cool.
Yeah, almost 30. Yeah.
That's a unique age.
The thing I like the most is that the UI that they show during the fantasy, I'm holding quotation fingers, fantasy world segment, the UI looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it's
someone did their job.
Somebody did a good job on that.
But Kitty, it can't all be good.
No, in fact, most of it does not, because this anime is fucking boring.
Yeah, that's what you dislike the most, huh?
Yeah. Also, but he gets sucked into the world and then looks like how he did as a high schooler, so immediately dismantling my only good point that I could think of about this anime.
Yeah.
And it's fucking boring. Like, the first 12, 15 minutes are just set up for nothing, and then he gets into the fantasy world and just fuck all and meets a girl at the very last... He doesn't even meet the girl. We just see the girl at the last second. And it's fucking boring.
And you would think that an anime that has the girls... in the opening theme of the first episode, the girls would actually show up. And if you're showing up to this anime because you want to see pretty anime girls surrounded... What?
No,
exactly. I thought our cat was doing something silly.
Oh, no.
Also, in case you're wondering, my negative is the fact that the first 15-ish minutes of this episode are kind of just nothing. You would, like, if it was set up, if anything of what actually happened mattered, it would be interesting, but they don't.
But it doesn't.
He just falls asleep and wakes up in the alternate reality isekai world. And you could have literally started that and nothing else would really matter. There are a couple of bits of setup, like the thing with the power-ups and stuffs, but it could have been
the extra...
It could have been 2 minutes.
It literally could have been like, I'm working on a game.
We could have actually gotten to the actually meeting the girls part.
Yeah.
Or at least
in the first episode.
Yeah.
Or something.
This is fucking
boring.
As you can imagine, we had a lot of fun watching this particular episode, and I'm glad that we saved it for the end, because, had we watched this, like, on week 2?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No.
This really feels like the bottom of the barrel. Hey, Kitty, are you gonna keep on watching?
No.
And we think people should watch it?
No.
Double no. Double end today.
Like, listen. We don't like Sword Art Online, but that's a better isekai anime than this piece of shit.
Also, I guess there's something I must say right now. As Kitty said, we dislike the SAO anime. I particularly think it's hot garbage because it badly adapts the light novel series. I read the novels after I watched the SAO, and the novels are actually completely decent. They're actually completely fair. Book 4, I can fight you on how... Really, you didn't need the first 150 pages, but you know what? We can have that fight. all of the issues I had with SAO's anime were solved in the light novels. The light novels answered all of my questions. All the things that I thought were bullet holes and inconsistencies answered. A very well edited novel, and which explains why that guy's actually like doing really well. He has like fucking 3-book series.
Yeah,
and he has written like freaking 12 novels.
His animes his novels have always turned into animes.
That's understandable. So there's a completely high likely chance that Death March to a Parallel World Rhapsody is actually a fantastic light novel series.
It's possible.
But as for the anime, ugh.
Oh, there's a novel and a light novel. What the fuck is the difference?
Wait, what?
There's a novel series, and then it says light novel down here.
That's dumb. Wikipedia, are you okay?
Yeah, it's different, it says.
How many volumes is this fucking series?
11 light novels.
Okay, no, well, fuck that. So yeah, we're gonna jump into the spoiler zone. I hope that if you really like this story, you don't particularly feel like lynching us in the comments down below. Oh, come fight me, loser! I'll fight you. Let's go. Let's go. Let's meet up and MMO. Fight me at Crossroads. I'll meet you there. Fucking come fight me. This anime was
not good.
Not a lot of fun. But we're gonna touch on more spoilers.
More bad things.
At the count of 3,
2,
1.
Spoilers. No more isekai. I'm done with isekais.
No. Okay. The thing is, and I feel like we always do this, or rather, we as a cultural humanity, we do this every time. Whenever, it's raining by the way. I hope you can't hear it. Whenever something gets big, and the thing you have to realize is people are like, oh, like I can almost bet this came after the SAO. Like the light novels came out after the SAO novels.
Yeah, it was 2013 and 14.
But the thing is this, okay? Whenever something gets big, people try to do the same thing.
They jump on it.
And
they jump on the trend.
And sometimes people play with them and create better things.
Madoka is an example of this.
And sometimes they just retread the same ground, and or they do something really uninspired, like, okay, I'll just have the story be in a parallel world, and he meets girls, and there you go.
And that one bad magical girl anime that I always talk about but forget the name is the example of that from Madoka.
Yeah, so like I understand, like, this is almost mostly a fault of, like, there are a lot of stories that are isekai.
Nowadays.
So definitely they all will not be good.
No.
Because
it's impossible at this point, because some people just want to, ride the wave.
Yeah. And also, like, this story is really presented as literally the genre is harem.
Yeah, fantasy harem.
And 2 of the girls are babies. So I'm like,
No, but it's okay. They're probably 1,000 years old. It doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, it's fine. Yeah. Noe is an ancient dragon. That's why it's fine to just, want to marry her. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. We haven't watched ReZero. We started it, and
we
at least that one has an interesting-ish premise. So we were like, all right, maybe we'll give this another shot someday later.
Yep.
So that's an isekai I can get okay for.
Yeah.
Because everybody loves it, so I'm like, all right, I'll give it a shot. But like most of the isekais, I'm just like, fuck it, I don't care. I literally don't care.
And do you almost think that it's because they're not trying to tell you an actual meaningful story?
They're not trying to tell you. They're trying to sell you girls.
Yeah.
And even ReZero and Sword Art Online are completely, faulty of this.
I can actually totally draw you a parallel with this. Is that they think that and I can say this about literature as well. Sometimes people think that just the selling point is enough. Is like, see, it's a video game world. You like those, right? You like zombies, right?
Yeah.
We don't have to give you a meaningful story, and that right there is your fucking problem. I'm so angry right now. I'm actually so angry. It's like you thought this.
You thought the premise alone could sell it, but
no. Guess what? You actually have to do the work.
You need to work.
No. See, I'm gonna make the coolest cake. It's gonna be so good. It's gonna be big. It's gonna have all.
It's like having the sketch of the cake.
Yeah. And then, but you didn't actually bake a good cake to begin with.
Yeah.
Oh, it infuriates me because it's this kind of shortcut to storytelling when you're like, oh no. See, we'll just make it nice and cool. No, see. David Cage is on the sidelines going, no. You see. She has psychic powers.
Yes, David Cage.
And she can do these things. But are you going to tell a meaningful story? No!
No, it's just the same drama shit you've heard all the time.
Yeah. No, see, it's fine. We'll just continuously have the central female character be in situations where she is in situations of sexual violence, and it'll be fine.
Yeah.
And also 3 shower scenes.
Yeah.
Because you got to have a shower scene. Oh, man, I'm sorry.
You got to have at least one shower scene.
We got to have at least one shower scene. But make sure to model her naughty bits, though, even though she did not sign off on that.
And even though you're not going to see them.
Yeah, even though the player will never see them.
Please model them.
Man, I'm so angry today.
Man, give Heavy Rain credit for this. At least there was a male shower scene and a female shower scene.
Wasn't there like 2 male shower scenes?
I can't remember if he got 2.
No, because there's the first one at the beginning, and then
Yeah.
the one where he gets all beat up, and
yeah.
the journalist girl is like,
Helps. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he gets. You don't even see him shower in that
yeah,
point though.
yeah.
So give Heavy Rain credit. It's got
Yeah.
It's got men and women showering.
You are
You
right.
get both
You are
parts.
right. Heavy Rain is the most mediocre out of all of
It's
David
the
Cage's
goodest.
games. Yeah, I love we saying the goodest because it's not.
It's not the best.
It's not the best, but it's the least bad of them. And
Yeah.
even that
And it
one
has-
has, and even
it
that
has
one
its
has
good
glaring
points,
freaking. I love chatting with fucking friends about this because like Charles really appreciates that game.
Yeah.
Mostly because they enjoy people. Watching people play it,
That's
and
just
that's
fair.
super fair.
Yeah, I love VJ's playthrough.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
so
no,
good.
yeah, no. I think we've seen that like twice.
I watch that like
Yeah.
all the time when I'm bored.
And it's good. And I also saw the best friends streaming it, and it's just like it's nice because you see people experiencing this awful story and go, and anyone can look at it and go, yeah, that's bad.
Yeah.
The most uninteresting plot twist, a plot twist that's
literally-
based on lying to the viewer.
You literally could not see coming because
because
they lied to you.
The game actually lies to you. Man, I'm sorry. I'm really angry. That's one of the pivotal sins of storytelling. You don't actively lie to the audience. You can misdirect them. You can give them things to think about, not solid answers, and have them, tie things up in their own head. Have them assume things.
I'm not
But
rolling
Jesus
my
Christ,
eyes at you. Don't worry.
I'm sorry. I'm just.
No,
but
no,
Jesus
you're
Christ,
good.
just stop.
Stop it.
Don't lie to the viewer. That's just bullshit.
I'm rolling my eyes at our main character's name in the game. Oops.
Sorry,
Okay.
friend invitation to a party.
Oh, okay.
That never happens.
That does never
Weird.
happen. Anyway, our main character's name in the game is Sato Pendragon.
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 No, you see, it's a cool last name.
I
See,
hate-
No, what if Aaron's last name was Jaeger? Because it's German for hunter,
And he hunts Titans.
and he hunts Titans.
I hate this.
What if instead of Ethan Mars, he was Ethan kill both of my sons?
Ethan Badfather Mars.
Ethan Badfather Mars. Oh,
Anyway.
please shove my head under the water. I can't handle this. I'm so angry.
Let's talk about this stupid ass anime.
No,
let's get this over with.
We're only 13 minutes in.
I know. Let's just get it over with.
Okay. So yeah, the episode starts with fucking our main character. Also, by the way, okay, I just touched on this right now.
Yeah.
This story deals a lot with crunch, and crunch is the primarily in game design of just
and
working
it's evolved.
working yourself to death basically, and
It's evolved to cosplay too in
Yeah.
communities like this.
Yeah,
and
and-
it's finally being recognized as not healthy.
yeah, it's super toxic and horrible. And anyone out there who's like, no, you should be working 15-hour days if you really care about your project. Fuck you. No. Jesus freaking
It's
Christ.
right before your project and you don't have it
yeah,
done.
exactly.
Like,
And
there's only so much you can do in the time given.
And now, listen. I'm not saying you can't have stories about crunch. That's
No.
fine. But I think that
But we have to acknowledge-
this kind of presents it in a glorifying state. It's like, oh yes, I haven't slept in 3 days.
Oh,
I'm the
yay.
best worker.
I'm gonna go sleep on the ground
I
in my
haven't
office.
I haven't eaten in so long. Maybe it's a reflection of dev culture in Japan. That's fine. There's a bunch of inconsistencies in this fucking
Game design,
yeah,
though.
Yeah, like they're making it for a client,
A specific client?
which seems real. Like it's one person.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like the client doesn't want that. The client.
The client.
And I love that this guy whose position is not clear to us.
No.
Is doing both game design and QA.
Bug testing, and is like being asked, about particular game design things. And you see him in like the boardroom too, and it's like, what the fuck is happening here?
Also, I love that like no, just change the game though. And it's like, okay, I'll just change the game.
I'll just change the game.
I'll just beep beep boop beep boop beep boop change that.
Yep, all
Now
done.
players start with different items now.
We've
Beep, boop, beep,
literally
beep, beep,
covered
beep,
this is literally both of our points, is that
Is
the
it?
Death March doesn't matter to the story and game development doesn't work like that.
So the thing about the Death March is
Mm-hmm.
that like the whole like here's us hoping that this thing redeems itself
Yeah.
because we're watching it and you're supposed to show things to the viewer that matter.
Yeah.
And the worst
that,
part
that set it up like
that set up things for later.
because the idea of like an isekai that like draws you into the story is like things that you see at the beginning that will come back later in the
Yeah.
actual like isekai.
Yeah.
Like it's not an isekai, but Erased does this super well, where
Yeah.
it establishes like the characters that you'll see later in the story, and it talks about like plot points that will change later.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Erased does this really well, and it's a mystery, so
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
has to. But
see-
like, see, isekais don't. This one is
Yeah,
this doesn't do that.
See, you're supposed to establish things, and
Yeah.
we're doing because we're writers.
Yeah.
We
It's not that hard.
Yeah, and we're looking at this, looking for signs, and I'm like, I think maybe I'm wrong that like the girls he meets in the world look like the fucking girls that we saw at the beginning.
Maid cafe.
Who knows?
That he doesn't even go to.
Yeah, and there's a mention of a coworker who quit randomly, and Kitty, and you believe that.
And I don't believe this is gonna happen. My
wouldn't
hope
that be cool?
to make it an interesting plot point would be that like he was also in the game fantasy world, like he got
Yeah.
sucked in too somehow. Like that's like some Fushigi Yugi shit, cause like I love that shit. And
Yeah.
it's like
See-
these two people going through similar experiences. One has a great time, and one has a really horrible
Absolutely.
time, and contrasting the
Yeah.
two, that happens in Fushigi Yugi.
Yeah.
But like I don't think this anime is smart enough to do that.
I don't think so.
I think it's just going to be about this one guy being super powerful now because he lucked the fuck out on a glitch.
We haven't even fucking talked about that. Jesus Christ, he's
And
like level 3,000 something. When
it's
everything else is
310.
Okay, I have to get to the goddamn point. The point is that like all the first 12-15 minutes of setup of him, like living his daily life, it leads to him just falling asleep and waking up in the world.
Yeah,
and that right there is the most boring ass way transition. I'm like, it makes you feel like none of that mattered.
It didn't.
You could have summarized it into like 2 minutes of like, oh, the fucking
The client doesn't want this.
the client wants it to change it. It's like, oh, I don't want to change it. Okay, I guess I'll change it.
I
Falls
guess I'll
to
have to
sleep,
change it.
wakes up. Oh, the thing I changed is in the game.
Is in
There
my
you go.
dream
Jesus
game.
Christ.
Yeah, done. Easy. We didn't have to call some random girl's mom hot.
Yeah. See, no, it showed that he was a good guy by helping the girl, but that he would be down to fucking that mom.
That was disgusting.
That was gross.
We like had to pause it.
Yeah,
and
we're literally like,
grossed out.
really? I'm like, you went out of your way. Okay, whatever, it's fine.
Whatever. That's
and
all our notes.
That's all of our goddamn notes.
We've covered everything.
And also, we haven't really touched on the fact that he
goes
is
to the parallel
a
world?
29-year-old person.
Man.
Which, by the way, when you become 30, you die. Clearly, that's what pop culture has told us always.
Especially if you're a virgin.
Yeah. So he doesn't only now look like he is.
How he looked when he was in high school, he says.
He's in high school. He's gonna be surrounded by beautiful women. He has a bunch of money and power. And now here we arrive at a bit of power fantasies are stupid, and I don't like them. And if you like them, well, whatever. I don't.
I mean, like, there's some that are fine.
But they have to be played with, though. He's just like we were looking at the comments for the next episode, and people are like, "This is the most like slice of life anime." This is more slice of life than the other slice of life anime from this season.
Yeah.
Because it looks like it's just him just
eating food and having
being
food
powerful and meeting
being
girls.
cool and yeah.
And
it's
that's
like,
so...
y'all can have your power fantasies. Like I love some of my like lady power fantasies are great, but they're much underused. Is like
Yeah.
the whole redeeming a bad guy is such
Yeah.
a lady, a quote unquote lady power
Yeah.
fantasy. But like men power fantasies are just ridiculous and overused
Yeah.
and stupid because it's just like, oh man, I have the best life. I have no troubles in my
Yeah.
life. I have hot girls surrounding me that all want to fuck me. I'm good at everything. But I have
all of my problems are away.
all of my problems have been fixed. I have one character flaw maybe,
I
just to give me some quote unquote depth.
I can't stand that.
I hate it.
I can't
And,
stand it. It's so see-through and
Yeah.
straightforward. And even we'll do the comparison thing. Even in the SAO anime, forget the light novels that are actually well written and well established.
We'll just talk about the anime.
In the anime, at least Kirito has the whole, I feel guilty because people died because of me thing.
Because I made mistakes.
And he becomes this recluse.
Yeah.
That even the anime fucks it up in the timeline, but at least it's established that he has some sort of character depth other than I'm
the
trapped
best.
in this world and I'm over leveled.
And even like Kirito isn't like as traditional of like a power fantasy because like all the girls want to jump on his dick, but he actually ends up committing to one.
Yeah, it's true. It's
so
true.
that never happens.
Yeah.
So like I feel like SAO is like it's bad, but it's like a light version of bad. Like, you know, when you get the free app version, this is like, Sword Art Online is like the free app version where it's like, yeah, that's all kind of there. It's just all kind of like spread really thin, and it exists, and it's okay for what it is. Yeah. And like when you get the full version, it's just boring Power Fantasy shit. Yeah. And waifu bait and harem shit.
Yeah,
and
that really is. It feels so weak because you realize that there's really no story to be told here. It's nothing
and they don't even bother.
And it's funny because you mentioned Erased, and Erased is it's so good because it's an actual goddamn story.
Yeah, it's
and it's not trying to sell you waifus.
No.
And
Erased
I'm just
is so fucking good.
And
I long every day for another anime like Erased.
And the thing is, and that's like part of the reason why I don't feel the need to jump into ReZero, because I see so much waifu selling that I'm just kind of like,
fair. Like
and I
don't need bride figures of all the girls. Like, listen.
And also, like, I can already see that whatever the source material was way cleaner. Because, and I'll say this again. The SAO novels actually, like, fix a bunch of the fucking fan service thing. Mm-hmm. That dress that Asuna wears in Elfenheim, that is all sexified.
Yeah.
In the novels, it's a one-piece, long-sleeve, white dress. That's its description. That's it. And Suguha is described as a stocky girl with actually not big boobs.
Like,
the book actually tells you she's kind of stocky and muscular. Because she just does
she's a
kendo every day.
Yeah. And why would she have gigantic boobs and a tiny skinny body?
And even if the anime had just not given her gigantic boobs outside of the game would have been fine. But no, she just has gigantic knockers wherever she goes. And I'm just like...
Like, girl, if you want to have gigantic knockers in your game, that's fine. But why do you have them in real life when you clearly shouldn't?
Yeah, when you know, the source material...
And I'm not saying that, like, girls with big boobs can't do kendo, but, like, if you've done kendo for years...
Or you know, the source material tells you this.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I feel like maybe the books are good. They're likely. Like, it's like when we came out of SAO, I was like, guys, watch it with your friends and laugh at how bad it is. Mm-hmm. But a part of me was like, I'll check the source material. Maybe it's good. Mm-hmm. And I read them, and like books 1 and 2 are. It's the entire story of freaking whatever the name of the first area is.
Yeah,
it's just with A.
Season 1. It's
not with A. It's not Alphenheim. Whatever.
The other one. Doesn't matter.
I'm blanking out right now. But
really
the first 2 books are good. Yeah. The third book is side stories, and one of them is worth the price of admission because you get to see the ending of the story from another character's point of view and how the game actually ends. Mm-hmm. That is fucking cool. The fourth book, the first 100 pages, you can just not read because it's actually the most fillery thing ever. But the rest of it, pretty good. Mm-hmm. Good storytelling. As opposed to
this anime, which doesn't care.
Which really doesn't.
And I feel like it's one of the things that's like it's not going to improve. Like I don't see hope in the light novels because the very premise is he goes into another world, looks like he's like a high schooler, instantly gets leveled up luckily, and is super powerful now.
Yeah.
And it's just, and then he has a bunch of money and shit. Because at least, like, something like ReZero, he started out with jack shit. He has a cell phone, and that's it.
And also, ReZero has an actual, like, cool story bit twist.
Yeah.
That I think what we're getting at is that there's really nothing, there's no carrot on a stick. There's literally nothing driving us to be like, yeah, we'll watch episode 2.
Yeah, there's nothing. There's literally nothing. Because I don't even care about learning about the girls, because we saw 1 very briefly, and that was it.
Yeah, and also 2 are babies. I don't care.
Yeah.
And I'm like, gross. Because babies are gross. Kitty, anything else you want to say?
No.
Fuck.
This anime sucks.
I'm sorry if this is your favorite anime. I'm sorry for you. Whoop. No. I don't know, man. I always feel bad because I know someone out there's gonna be like, "Excuse me, this is the greatest anime ever," and you know, to each their own.
To each their own. But this at least you can find a better isekai.
We have joked for like 3 weeks up at the bottom of the barrel, and this feels like the bottom of the barrel.
This feels like we are literally scraping at the bottom, being like, "Is there anything left in here?"
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed an angry rant from Dango Duo. Wholesome rantiness coming to you. Actually, well, the next one is not even that ranty.
No, actually, it's just kind of boring.
But hey there, we're Dango Duo. We do anime content and Let's Play stuff every single day. Do you want to hear more about us? You want to know where to find us on Twitter so you can yell at us? Fair. You can follow at Dango Duo for anime updates and whatever we're actually doing. At LadyKittyLynn for love lives and pictures of our fat cat Yanto.
And cute anime shit.
And MistreKirin me for writing advice, inspiration, and just hashtag relatable writing posts. That's what I do. And of course, if you somehow watch this and you are not angry at us, and you would like to buy us something, we have an Amazon wish list full of anime and video games, and whatever you get us, we will make a video on it, and Pokemon cards. Whatever you get us, we'll do a video on it. As we have said in the past, the easiest way to bribe us to do something is just to bribe us. Listen, that's the way it works. But of course, if you want to support us long term, now that YouTube has turned off monetization on all of our videos,
fuck you, YouTube.
Fuck YouTube. Please consider supporting our Patreon. Patreon.com/Dango Duo. For as little as $1 a month, you can support us and help us make more of this content. You may think that small donations don't matter, but they actually do. It is the small, consistent donations that help people like us the most.
That fund a big Patreon. Yeah.
Absolutely. And for $1, you get to vote on polls, get to see most of our Patreon-only posts, and watch our monthly video weeks before they goes live on YouTube. But if you pledge a little more, you can get a shout-out like the following people!
Amelia,
Angela,
Erzus,
Leire,
Luna,
and V for Victoria.
Yeah.
Whoop, 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 whoop. I can't wait. Someone in the comments. Oh, I hope. Welcome if you pause to type the following comment. Oh man, no. You guys need to watch episodes, but 2 through 6. That's really where the story takes off.
I don't care. I read the description for the first girl that we got introduced to, and I'm already bored. She joined the military to avoid being married to a noble by her parents, but is comfortable around Sato.
Isn't it great when you find yourself teleported to a different world and suddenly all the pussy wants you? Mm-hmm. Man, isn't that convenient?
So great.
It's great that these girls have no tastes and no interest in anyone else, and don't have crushes on anyone else, and don't know anyone else.
Yep.
Isn't it
Except
great?
for other girls.
Yeah,
that they can introduce the boy to that also want his dick.
Isn't it great when the people you're into don't know anyone at all? They have no family,
no friends,
no real.
Nothing.
Yeah. That's the creepier. It becomes creepier the more we think about it, huh?
Yeah.
Hey there, everyone. So in case you need a summary, Death March to Another World, more like Death March.
Away from this.
David Cage sucks, and we're out of here.
Watch better isekais, if they exist.
Buy the SAO light novels. They're good.
Bye.
Your opinion is invalidated because you mentioned Sword Art Online.
Yeah, fuck you.